So you might be wondering why I have Ellie Mae up on the bike rack. Well, today we're going to show you one of the great things about the Salsa Timberjack, and it has to do with a replaceable dropout. Let's get on topic. Hey everybody, it's Thomas with Get Out Arizona, and you are watching another episode of Toolbox Topic. Once again, I'm joined by my co-host, Brandon Van Leuven. Brandon, how the hell are you?
I'm fantastic.
Are you?
Well, I'm pretty good.
Pretty good? All right. Still waiting for you to grow back the mustache. So am I, because you're so sexy with that mustache. As you can see, the coffee's starting to kick in.
Oh,
yeah, no. Right on. So who knows what the hell's going to happen in this episode. So back on topic. So this is Ellie Mae. This is my Salsa Timberjack. This is the bike that I'm converting into a bike packing rig. Thanks to Brandon and some help from Wyatt as well. I got some custom frame bag ordered. I got my rack, the Old Man Mountain rack.
Oh, good.
So I'll get that installed this weekend and everything. So it's coming along swimmingly. And hopefully this fall, before it gets a little bit too cold, I'll be able to get out on the first bike packing adventure, which obviously there'll be a video about. More importantly, though, today we're going to talk about this amazing dropout that's on the Timberjack, and these are actually replaceable, Brandon.
Yeah, and the versatility is awesome. You can turn it into a geared bike. You can turn it into a single-speed bike with those things. You can also adjust your wheel.
Come on now, come on. You know
how
the
far
word.
apart your wheels are.
The wheelbase.
The wheelbase.
Yeah. See, kids, that's what happens when you cram for the test, okay? Study days ahead of time. No, I'm joking.
Wheelbase.
Wheelbase, yeah. Yeah, these are great. And this is actually a relatively inexpensive piece. It was like 15 bucks or something like that. So you guys, it would behoove you to maybe order one and have one on hand, so in case anything happens, it gets dented, it gets broken, something like that, you have one, you can just go to the bike shop and have them swap it out, or after today's video, you'll know how to swap it out yourself. Now you guys might ask, Thomas, does that mean you're going to swap it out yourself? Hell no, unless I was on the trail, then bring it down here. Why? Because here at Trek Bicycle Store of West Phoenix in Goodyear, Arizona, where we film every week, it's where the cool kids hang out. That's why I come up here. I'm not one of the cool kids, but I like to hang out with the cool kids. It makes me feel good about myself. Just saying.
Aw.
I live a lonely life. No, I'm not nearly as pathetic as I palm myself off to be. So, on that note, Brandon, let's get started on this thing.
It's gonna go real quick. It's nice and easy.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's what she said.
Yeah. Salsa, they do a good job of
They
making
do.
this very simple to do, and we will be done here in just a few moments. We're gonna start off by taking that that rear wheel off.
Okay, sounds good. Get that down to the lowest gear. In case you guys are wondering, because you know the episode of the upgrade on the SRAM Access GX derailleur and shifter, it's working amazingly well. I haven't had any issues. I know during that video there was a slight problem with getting everything adjusted, and that is basically because the firmware updates. But now that the firmware updates are done and I've got everything dialed in, I have no complaints thus far, so I'm happy about that. We'll do a full review, obviously, here in probably about 3 or 4 months. I want to make sure I get a good 1,000 miles on that thing before I do anything. Dude, what's up there, King Chief?
I don't know.
Are you bonking?
Why is this so tight?
I didn't tighten it. I haven't touched it.
All right.
I seriously haven't touched it.
I didn't blame you.
You're looking at me an accusatory thing. It's like when you turn your bedroom lights on and I'm standing there and he looks at me with this freaked out look. Like, why are you standing in my bedroom, Thomas?
Because you like to watch me sleep.
I do. So do I. Dude, what is up?
There it goes.
Holy smokes. That was way more than the prescribed 11
That didn't have to be that tight, but that's all right. We're good. We're rolling.
Newton pounds. Holy smokes. So
Only a little scary.
Brandon didn't have his Wheaties this morning.
I am getting weaker all the time. It's a fact.
Oh, I'm gonna remember that this is a kid's show. I'm just gonna stop right there.
Derailleur comes out super easy.
I was gonna
We
say
have
you
a-
might want to describe to people what you're doing.
Yeah, we have a 5 and a 6 millimeter bolt, top and bottom here. By undoing these guys, we are ready to replace the hanger.
All right.
And we're just replacing another with another.
Yeah. So here's the thing, guys. I didn't purchase this one. This is one that just Brandon has here and everything. And since mine is used, for the sake, we're just gonna kind of act like I'm giving him the new hanger, and then he's just gonna take that one off. Ooh, look how easy it comes off, and then we're gonna put it on.
Super easy.
Yeah.
Yep.
It'd be kind of shitty for me giving them one that I've had on the bike and it's already been dinged up. But yes, this is. I just haven't paid for it, so. Although
bottom-
I probably should at this point to keep an extra one on hand.
The bottom one does have a nylon nut. The top one has a nylon nut. The bottom one will thread right back into the dropout
The
itself.
hanger itself. So.
We're doing the drive side one currently. If we were to be doing the non-drive side with a disc brake on there, we would want to use a little bit of thread locker. If we had to undo the disc brake adapter, they do recommend a little thread locker on that. And then on this side, we're not going to put any thread locker on these guys. With the nylon bolt, this should hold just fine. And then we're going to torque it to spec.
Yeah, torque it to spec. Famous last words. Seriously, dude, I have no idea what happened there. That was
We may need to put a little bit of grease on there or something.
ridiculous,
We'll see.
possibly. Brandon, did you forget the lube? Is that what I'm hearing? Is that why it was so tight,
Pretty
Brandon?
good. That's why I was tight.
That's why I was tight. Ooh, I like it when it's tight.
All right.
Yeah.
So we have to
Don't
be
change the subject, Brandon.
because there is a wheelbase adjustment on here. We have to make sure that both are lined up to the correct. I can swing this thing out. You see the two adjustment for wheelbase right here. Make sure that both of them are on the exact same one.
Right.
Otherwise, your wheel is not going to line up when you put it back in.
Right. And if anybody's wondering, I actually have the shorter wheelbase, so I have a little bit better handling. Just for, and it's kind of
I
funny
get
though.
it.
The adjustment between the two isn't a whole lot, but you'd be surprised on how that makes that much of a difference.
A lot of
so.
those adjustable things are like just between one or two degrees.
Yeah.
And that makes a big difference.
Makes a huge difference.
So torque spec on these bolts is going to be 8 Newton meter. Once again, top is a 6 millimeter bolt, and the bottom, the top is a 5 millimeter bolt. Bottom is a 6, and that's 8 Newton meter there.
8 Newton meters. Now, spoiler alert, Brandon looked that up before we started. It's not like he knew that off the top of his head.
Why you got to say things like that?
Because I just want to be transparent.
And if you notice, 8 millimeters isn't a ton. And again, we're not putting any grease or any thread locker on these guys. Excuse me. So now our new hangers on there, we can put the new derailleur on. When putting the new derailleur on, you want to make sure that the plate that holds the B tension is nice and snug against the stop on the dropout.
If not,
there is gonna
you're
be-
in for some issues.
Yep. And there's going to be some tension on the spring. If you have a clutch, you can remove the clutch and then not have to work so hard if it's giving you troubles.
Oh,
Thank you. Hey, there's that little guy working for me.
well, actually, this is his brother. wait, loosen it
I'm
back up.
backing up.
There we go. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Mr. Finger's brother isn't as big a whore
All
as
right.
Mr. Finger.
Now we can drop that onto the B
That's
tension
right.
plate.
I'm nice. You'd never know it by looking at me, but I'm innocent.
You're not that innocent.
Goddamn right he's not. I remember that time in Vegas with all that hookers and blow.
About 11 Newton meters for the bolt on the derailleur.
In case you're wondering, guys, we are working on a special Christmas episode.
New dropout is in. Everything looks secure. Everything is torqued. We can put the new wheel or your old wheel back in.
Right? It's
Once
not
again-
new yet because someone forgot to look up the parts that I need to do the carbon wheel swap. So
Removing removing the tension on the clutch will help you do this little more convenient.
and did you want
as
to put some
well.
grease on that?
It's pretty greasy. I just think it was too tight. See, she's lubed up.
Yeah.
Let's go to 8 to 11 Newton meter on this time. See what happens. Jesus.
Right?
That was crazy.
It
I was
was.
worried I was going to strip it out.
Like I said, I seriously have no idea what happened. And it hasn't been touched since the last time we dinked around with it.
Once this is all back in, torqued, we're going to go through the shifting one more time just to make sure nothing's changed. If you are changing the wheelbase or you're going to single speed
Right.
something, you're going to have to
Align that.
readjust all that stuff.
Yeah. So as Brandon's finishing this up, we'll definitely have some links down below for the Salsa website and specifically the Timberjack so you guys can check it out. Now, I got about 50, 60 miles on this right now, so I'm getting there.
Pretty good.
Swapping out between riding Betty and this one to build up some endurance for the bike packing and everything. Comfortable, guys. I'm telling you, the frame geometry on this is just right for me, for my height and my body positioning and everything like that. I haven't had any issues, so.
Sweet. All right.
All right, you want me to
Everything's
shift?
together. We're just going to run this thing through the shifting real quick. Make sure everything's okay. As we come to the top, it's very important that we don't go all the way, or we don't not too
can't.
aggressive on that. We're going to go very easy on that.
There we go.
And then we're going to double check that low limit. If that were to be off and we were going ham on it, that's going to go into your wheel, possibly do
Right.
damage to the spokes in the wheel. So
want to do that.
by pushing the body of the derailleur, we can just double check to make sure there's no slack in that adjustment, and we're looking good. As we should.
Donk.
Bam.
Just like magic.
All right.
All right, partners. No, God, no Limp Bizkit.
Keep
Jesus.
rolling. You know what time it is.
Ah, Lord. Rather watch All in the Family at this point. Although, but I can't lie. Friggin' what was that? Late 90s? I listened to them. I'm not going to try to act like I didn't. I think we all fell victim.
I wore my rat hat yesterday.
That's a different story, dude. Round and round. It was like the only song they had, right?
No.
And the Progressive commercial.
So many good songs.
Do you have a rap problem? Have you seen that commercial? They took
Yeah.
like, oh yeah,
Yep,
it
yep.
was
We
great.
have a rap
You know
problem.
you're desperate for cash when you're doing a Progressive commercial, bagging on your failed career. So, but at least they had a failed career to speak of. I'm on
Anyways.
YouTube. What's that saying about me? So, all right. So you can see how easy that is. I'm gonna go ahead and
Leave that in
pull
there.
out that. There we go. No tourists on the trail. Yeah, you can see how easy that is. That was
You
all
can have
of-
a completely different bike.
Yeah, in 10
within
minutes.
10 minutes. That's
Yeah.
what's so cool about these guys.
And like I said, you know, this is, they shouldn't make it sound like these are going to break all the time, but it is meant to be a replaceable part. So having one of these, a $15 item, especially if you're bike packing in your pack along with all your other stuff,
Might as well have some.
could save the day, because if you were to really chunk it and it were to get bent, you could swap it out on the trail, 15, 20 minutes, and be right back in action and not have to worry about calling for pickup or walking your
Yeah.
bike or
And you
anything
can do
like
all
that.
that with just snugging everything up and then checking the torque spec when you get home.
Yeah,
Easily.
don't be like me sometimes and I'm trying to put a 24-inch pipe wrench on a 6mm bolt. No, I would never do that.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's not me anymore. I'm joking, guys. So, all right, so there you have it. It's just that easy, folks. Brandon, anything else?
Man, you gotta love Salsas.
Yeah,
They're easy to work on. They're super reliable, super versatile.
absolutely.
That's all. They're fun.
They are a lot of fun. So I'm really happy with this bike. And as you know, the frame bag and the rack on the back and the pannier bags and everything like that, I'll do a full episode dedicated on Ellie Mae and why I have the certain things on there for bike packing that I do. So, and I'll leave that open for comments. Anybody wants to say you should add this or you should have gone that way, because I know how keyboard cowboys are. So it should be a lot of fun. All right. On that note, guys, heck, if you have any questions, you know, there's going to be a link down below for the bike shop. Just check Bicycle Bicycle Stores West Phoenix. Blah. I need
That's
more
all right.
coffee.
You got it. You got
I
it.
got it. Let me take another sip to finish this one out. Oh yeah, nothing like shitty coffee to wake you up. So follow that link if you have any questions. Call down to the shop. Brandon, Wyatt, any of the guys here, Doug, Kale, maybe not Kale.
You will.
You will?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, Kale's a good kid. Answer all the questions for you. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe button, and the bell notification icon button, so that way you'll be up to date on all our new videos when they post. And you won't be the last one to the party, like me, because it kind of sucks when you make that bad entrance. So we'll also have a link down below for Salsa bicycles and specifically the Timberjack, so you can go ahead and check out this beauty for yourself and decide maybe this hardtail is the one for you if you're thinking about putting together a bike packing rig. We also have links for our social media. That's Instagram and Facebook. I'd appreciate it if you followed us on both of those platforms, because then you could stay up to date on all the cool stuff that Get Out Arizona is doing. Group rides, group hikes, contests, and giveaways. It's a lot of fun, guys. See all those shenanigans. So on that note, anything else, Brandon?
We out.
We out? All right, guys. Remember what we say. Be kind to yourself and others. Be amazing stewards on that trail. And we have to ask, what are you waiting for?
Get Out Arizona.
That was a little late on the delivery.
I forgot about it.
Man, he needs coffee. So seriously, guys. On that note, have a great day, and we'll see you on that next adventure. All right. Thanks, Brandon.
Adios.
We'll see you next week. Take care, guys.